throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't bend, break, I'm going away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to the NRSL Reebok Truck Series here from Michigan International Speedway for race number 22 of the season. And join me in the booth yet again as the season starts to wind down is Stephen Paul III.
Hello guys, ready for the Michigan weekend?
Yep, triple header weekend for the first time in a while, so all three series are here. Front row today is Elijah Gilbert starting alongside Joshua Osborne, who's looking for his first win. Actually, both drivers looking for their first win of the season and of their career here. Steve Pollard will start alongside RJ Reynolds in row 2. Reynolds looking for his 5th win of the season. Trevor Germain will start alongside Alex Perkle in row 3 with Preston Plord and Faith Rollins row 4. Row number 5 sees Zach Flickinger start alongside Kev Shear. No love lost between those two on that row. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
Definitely going to be interesting in race. It's an SS type of race, so Steve Paul and Jermaine had some of the best cars in qualifying practice. He looked to be fast. Reynolds needs to get a 5th win to catch Irving in the points. And while we winding down, Zach Flickinger, Card Pollard, and Tim Randolph really need a win to help boost them up as the highest guys about to win. And some guys below there, like Rahimi and Rowe, need a 2nd win to get into the top 30 and get a win as we get back to our final row here, which is Daniel James and Sky Commons.
And points coming into this one, John Irvin took over the points lead with his top 10 effort and dominating performance at Dover last week. He has a 73-point lead.
Driver, start your engine!
Got interrupted by the command there. He has a 73-point lead over RJ Reynolds, 91 back to Sky Commons, and 93 back to Kev Shear. Sam Young is 5th in points, 103 points back, and Amanda Shelley, Jonathan Zorline are 113 and 117 points back respectively. They make up the top 7, and the only drivers who can leave here as the points leader. Elijah Gilbert, Dylan Young, and James Qualls actually round out the top 10. I did something wrong when I was looking at that earlier, so in what I had said. So yeah, James Qualls, interesting note, he's 10th in points. He has not finished in the top 5 this season.
Wait, who did you say won Dover first?
I didn't say anyone won Dover. I said John Irvin took the points lead with a top 10 effort.
Oh, I thought you said you won Dover.
No. We'll carry some onboards here during the week, during the race if we need them. John Irvin will carry the Menards onboard camera. Sky Commons, the Dodge onboard camera. Chevy onboard camera. Jonathan Zorline, the AM/PM onboard camera. Elijah Gilbert, the Napa onboard camera. And the other ones that I won't have time to mention, RJ Reynolds, the Toyota onboard, or at least to show. RJ Reynolds, the Toyota onboard. Dylan Young is carrying the Ford onboard, and Joshua Hyatt will carry the Good Sam onboard camera for us today. And we are green with, I forgot the race sponsor.
Well, anyways, it's the first time I've seen Jennifer Joe Cobb in the lead.
Yeah, Joshua Osborne will lead us off into turn number 1. It looks like RJ Reynolds going to follow close behind though right now.
Now, on new tires, they can hold it flat out, so we'll see how they're doing right now in the first few laps in the draft.
3 wide already down the back straightaway. Zorline in the middle of it. They should be fine to work 3 wide. I think 4 wide would be where we find the issues. And already RJ Reynolds looking for 5 bonus points as he goes to the lead off turn number 4.
Definitely. This looks, oh boy.
Hello. Speaking of 4 wide, Preston Plord, Perkle, Osborne, and Kev Shear.
This is in front of everybody. This is all.
Oh, and there goes Plord. That's going to be the field. Gilbert hard into the wall.
And big wreck. Oh god, how nobody
How?
else did it was amazing.
How was that only 3 cars? Field
By
racing
pure
back
miracle.
to the yellow now.
Oh boy, Norm Bang's gonna file for Chapter 11 again.
Aldra Baranowski's driving up the middle in her number 17 truck. And it's gonna be Joshua Osborne leading under the caution.
Something we didn't mention Plord, one of the first wild cards to not the run he needed.
He was the second wild card, and now trying to make sure that they don't wreck. Let's see.
Well, they don't get their brakes marker, I could tell.
You give them that credit now. James Shelley with damage in the 4 truck. Alex Perkle with even more damage. And Elijah Gilbert sitting on pit lane.
Tough break for Gilbert. He came in here 8th the points.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, we're just gonna move on from that.
Thank you for the win.
Oh, James Shelley, what are you doing?
He scored 29th.
True. So someone tells me we had another wreck come into the yellow as the leaders do not pit. So let's take a look at what happened to bring out the yellow for the first time today and what happened to James Shelley. And we're back. 4 wide was definitely not going to work and definitely not going into turn number 1. Preston trying to give room to Perkle, actually going to make some contact there down into the 0-0. And Kev, I mean, you can't really fault him too much. He's got a line that he's got to run there going in and no leeway there. Elijah Gilbert,
Wow.
innocent bystander there, hard into the wall.
How he didn't take out Osborne is a miracle.
And there you see James Shelley driving by, so obviously Shelley does not get involved in this. Elijah Gilbert not going to drive his truck back around to the caution flag.
So the 4 must have, yeah, he must have got through it. So let's see.
Because here's Shelley.
Oh, somebody's on the brakes.
And where's it going to happen?
Good question.
We saw him slow. He had damage. James Qualls, Stephen Paul III.
Oh, that's an unfortunate break for him. Man, nowhere to go.
And then these guys were lucky to get around at 4 wide there. And
Well,
Shelley lucky to not get stuck on the apron.
The real question is, how did Pollard and Qualls not get any damage?
Seriously. With that, though, let's go ahead and take some onboards here real quick of this one, and we'll get you back to the restart. Onboard, Elijah Gilbert. And you can hear the engine shut off right there.
Yeah, they're gonna need some Napa Auto Parts to fix that one.
And finally, onboard, John Irvin. And we are back on lap number 6 as the field just got the 1 to go. Joshua Osborne is your race leader over the Toyota of RJ Reynolds. And then it's Chevy third with Delano Bohemian. So it's 4 Toyota Chevy top 3 at least. Kev Shear runs 4th. Card Pollard 5th. Steve Pollard in 6th. Max Anderson 7th. Alger Baranowskis in 8th. Trevor Germain 9th. And Jonathan Zorline in 10th. Worth mentioning Zorline picking up his 3rd win of the season last week. So basically locking himself into the chase. Faith Rollins, That Thing, Zach Flickinger, Buffalo Sacco, Chris Wilson, Jessica Shelton, Chris Louvier, John Irvin, Kyle Matthews, and Samet Ozkan, the top 20. Zachary Fitzwater, Seth Cole, Johnny Gardner, Tim Randolph, Cole Deaver, Amanda Shelley, Sabrina Rogers, Stephen Paul III, James Qualls, Vince Almerega, the top 30, with Joshua Hyatt, Sam Young, William Brock, Tom Shelley, Alexander Rowe, Sky Commons, Dylan Young, Daniel James, Alex Perkle, and James Shelley, the lead lap cars. And out of the race after that incident, Preston Plord and Elijah Gilbert.
Pretty much, we got 38 competitive cars left.
I mean, Perkle's truck actually looks pretty good for what it was before, so we'll have to see. But yeah, most likely just 38 competitive trucks. And right now the field kind of cheering, most of the drivers in that 11 through 30 would be cheering for Joshua Hyatt to kind of get up here to the front.
Definitely for sure.
And we are green once again. A terrible restart there for the 09 truck.
Everybody making a legal pass to the right, not to the left, where they get a black flag.
And that's going to cost Bohemian.
Here comes Card Paul, and he needs a win, like I mentioned in my preview. And if Card Paul wins, Oriole Paul is really on the hot seat.
Sorry for that for a moment there. Had to take care of something important. As Card Pollard going for second on RJ Reynolds now.
He's coming for the lead. The Pollard just got the Southern 500 trophy in the house and trying to make another trophy.
Well, unfortunately for him, I don't think he's going to have the horsepower down that front straightaway, which is kind of sad when you're comparing it to a Jennifer Joe Cobb truck.
We got a
We've got something.
Charles, we got a Jennifer Joe Cobb truck battling a Norm Betting truck. What is going on?
We also had a thing taking us 4 wide down into turn 1.
As Charles is racing this
I was told I cannot address that driver as if they were an actual person anymore.
Well, Pinky's third, Card Pollard's leading, and Jennifer Joe Cobb is second. What the hell is going on?
Thankfully, Buffo Sacco and Trevor Germain trying to rescue sanity.
Well, I don't think sanity's going on right now.
As Shelton also trying to make a move on that 69 truck to go to 4th now, and will do so. Kyle Matthews up to 5th.
Remember, Seth Cole doesn't have a top 5 this season, trying to go up there as Hyatt. Not Hyatt. The 0 has caught the 75 card.
So Shelley and Perkle are indeed off the pace, so we are down to 38 competitive trucks.
Sky Commons another rough week after 34th and over.
And just don't go 4 wide, guys. Don't go 4 wide, as RJ Reynolds is in the middle of it.
What a run by Card Pollard here. Good run for the second Norm Betting truck. The 57 won at Colorado Nationals or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Colorado National Speedway or so, yeah. As Shelton makes a move on Sacco, gets 3rd, and now Kyle Matthews is going to follow through for 4th.
Second one would definitely lock Jess into the chase, so trying to have a good run there.
Just looking for a good run as she comes into this race 30th in points. Here comes Fitzwater, who's had a pretty good season so far. I mean, not in this series at least, but...
Seth Cole, like I said, looking for his first top 5 of the year coming through the field.
And Shelton's closing in on that 0 truck.
This is not what Card Pollard wanted to see.
Probably not either that 59 truck coming up to the front, as he just ran the quickest lap of the race.
Oh, the 84 hit the brakes or something?
No.
Well, the 75 just speeded ahead of the pack.
I think because of the battling for second there. Fitzwater now to 3rd, though.
The 22 is literally pushing the 59 on the straight.
And now makes the move for 4th as... Oh, my!
Well, the 4 truck... Oh, no.
James Shelley is not even in 4th gear. That's how far off the pace that truck is.
Well, they're definitely going to catch her again, then.
That's James Shelley.
You know what? The Shelleys and me have a long...
Oh,
no.
Around goes Zorline!
That might not be a caution. That's in the back of the field.
It isn't! The NRSL officials decide not to throw a yellow for that.
As Seth Cole comes to second, he does not have a win this year. I don't even think he has a truck win.
I believe he has a truck win in his arsenal at some point. I just don't remember where. I mean, he is a former champion of the series.
Well, Card Paul has hold off all defenders so far, and it looks like he can't hold off these two.
As Seth Cole now to the race lead, and Shelton not able to hang on to the back bumper of that 22 truck.
Oh, God. Tough break for Zorline. Oh, they're going to catch the 4 again at this rate.
Most likely. And I don't even think you can say that that wreck was due to the 4 truck either. That's what's amazing about it.
Card Paul needs to get to the bottom as it's the 3 truck tango on the bottom.
And it's going to be Shelton now grabbing second, Sacco to third, and the field has gotten split up now due to that 4 truck.
I mean, if it's good for one, I'm like, oh my lord.
3 wide. Fitzwater, Flickinger, and Pollard there, as now Shelley throws her name into the mix for this.
Card Paul can't get to the bottom, costing him. Here comes, where's Basaku? Basaku's low in the points.
Bafode Sacco is 28th in points coming into this one.
We have 28th, there's 30th, and Seth is 20th in points.
22nd. He's 22nd in the 22 truck.
And he's having some stake comes with that. Anyways, here comes Jess for the lead.
Yep, 84 going for the race lead, and they're going to be 3 wide into turn number 1.
Oh, James Qualls into the top 10 there. Consistency kills.
As Bafode Sacco now takes the race lead, here comes Zachary Fitzwater.
I wouldn't count out the 0 or the 75. When Paul got to the bottom, he's got a strong truck in the draft. Guys, I believe that's the Sabrina Rogers.
Yep, and we're catching up to the 83 truck.
If Sabrina Rogers wins, Charles' reaction is going to be great.
As there are now 5 laps to go here at Michigan.
Oh man, Card Paul is getting that 75 truck is strong. If he can just get there, he has a chance. As here comes Amanda Shelley.
Shelley now clears for second. Sacco opens a little bit of a gap down the back straightaway.
It's going to be a really rough Thanksgiving if the 4 holds up to 7.
Meanwhile, Rogers into 3, looking for 4th.
Sabrina Rogers does not have a top 5 this season.
She is one of 3 drivers that does not, and guess what? All 3 of them are in the top 10. Maybe some damage on the 20?
We saw these two take out the 4 truck.
As Pollard able to catch back up now at least, so not totally out of it. As Amanda
Here
Shelley.
comes Sabrina Rogers.
Amanda Shelley now in the lead.
Telling you, the 1 truck is strong.
Well, you've been saying that about the 75 truck too, so I mean, take your
The
pick
75
here.
is strong. That 75's got a lot of horsepower, but man, look at Sabrina.
As the 1 truck now going to have to concede second, it looks like here to the 75 truck. Fitzwater wants to make it 3 wide.
Oh, Fitz, why Fitz? Oh, there goes Card Paul, its hopes and dreams. And Sabrina Rogers. Where's the 4 truck?
Well, we're having to worry about the 83 truck right now, because they're lapping them.
That's going to kill the 75. Oh, never mind.
Fitzwater is able to move underneath, and yes, it will.
Crap. Well, here comes Hyatt, like Charles. Did you just call it? There's Hyatt.
There's Joshua Hyatt. I didn't call it. I just said people would want him to move up towards the front.
Whoa. They're in trouble back there.
2 to go. Oh, there's the 4.
There's the 4.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, they caught Daniel James 2.0.
Jeez.
They caught him like a rock. Meanwhile, up there, Stephen Paul III has somehow survived the madness and into second.
Yeah, and there's Jonathan Zorline with his damage now.
Can Pollard catch the 7? He needs a second win.
White flag is out for the number 7. What are you talking about? You don't even have a win in this series.
Never mind. Come on, screw you.
As Joshua Hyatt goes for second, that might just seal the deal.
Is going to seal the deal because there's no way unless the 4 car gets catched again.
Well, they're not going to catch the 4 truck, and they're not going to catch the 98. So through turn 3 and 4 now, it's going to be win number 1 on the season for Amanda Shelley, as the Hyde Park Chevrolet, with fan sponsor me on the side, will go to victory lane here at Michigan.
And Hyatt second, good run by Pollard. The Forest got top of Kyle Matthews 6th.
And if only the 11 had 1 more lap.
Literally. I'm going to call a little rigs because the 4 car helped Amanda win. That's teammates there. Not teammates, but family members.
Siblings or something, yeah. Kyle Matthews with a 6th place finish. Top 10 today is Amanda Shelley, Joshua Hyatt, Stephen Paul III, Joshua Osborne, Zach Flickinger, Kyle Matthews, Samet Ozkan, William Brock, Dylan Young, and Sam Young rounding out the top 10. So unfortunately for Qualls and Seth, they kind of fell back. Qualls ends up, or Seth, I mean, finishes 15th. Qualls ends up 32nd.
Jess 33rd, and Steve Paul was never a factor.
And Steve actually finished behind Binky.
I think it's time to Steve to go home and look at that Southern 500 trophy.
So not quite sure what exactly happened there for the 57, but with that, I'll hand it over to Steven for his final thoughts.
It's definitely a good race. I'm really excited for the Hooters and the Cup race. A lot of passing, a lot of very interesting race. Hopefully, we don't have Daniel James 2.0 or 3.0 happening. Worth mentioning, Osborne, his third top 5, his third top 10 of the season. Good runs by certain guys. A lot of passing up there. Strongest truck did not win because the 75 was obviously the best truck. Good one for Shelley. We're going to have 4 races after this toward the chase. A lot of the wild cards and a lot of scenarios could happen, so I can't wait. We have Venzel Arena in there. So it's definitely going to be interesting the next 4 weeks, and I'll be here along the ride at 3 o'clock in the morning to call it.
So with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan 201 for Steam Pod 3rd. This has been a production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.